Welcome back, guys. I just competed at the Jiu-Jitsu World League at UCLA on May 25th. I took home the gold, and so I just wanted to go through the competition with you guys, go through my matches, and then at the end of this video, I want to talk a little bit about my philosophy on competitions and why they matter so much, and why the medals don't really matter at all. Okay, let's get into it. My first competitor, he was out of Paso Robles. He trained at Virtus gym out there, and he's from Bakersfield, so we had a lot in common. He looked really tough. We face off here, and immediately I'm just trying to throw him off balance, and I'm thinking butterfly sweep. But the butterfly sweep doesn't work, but I'm super comfortable in my guard. So I just take him to the guard, and then he starts to pass or starts to attempt to pass, and I've got a couple different strategies I like to do from this position. I like to take the back, but he's got his arms wrapped around my waist. I fight for the underhook. Maybe I can get a sweep on him. He pulls his arm back in, defends the underhook, and he's really just trying to focus on my legs as a strategy to pass. I do an overhook on him that kind of just like traps that arm, something I've been working on with my coaches. And then when he lets go, I get the underhook again. And now my strategy, I'm in half guard. So my strategy is just to get to my arm, turn the corner, and the sweep is just there. You see? So I don't get the points for the sweep because he immediately grabs my neck for a guillotine. This is something that a lot of guys like to do with me because I got a really long neck. But I've been guillotined so many times at my academy over the last 2 years that I got really good at defending it. So I just kind of leave it there. I don't even worry about it. I know that it's not too tight that I can't handle it. And I feel like if he is attacking the guillotine, it's going to burn him out. So here he starts, I feel he's really going for it. So I take my forearm and I slide my forearm onto his throat. It's a legal move. And by applying a lot of pressure, I make him stop thinking about his attacks, and he stops thinking about my passing. And now he's just thinking he needs to get my arm off of his throat. So it's really, really uncomfortable. There he lets go of the guillotine. I get the 2 points for the sweep. And then here I just really am applying heavy top pressure to the top of his body. And this is something I've been working on in order to get a sweep or a pass. Instead of fighting his legs and doing all the fighting down there, I do the fighting on the top of his body. And I just really make it uncomfortable for him. And here he gets uncomfortable on his face. He lets go of his lockdown, and I take them out. And here on the mount, I'm just trying to remain heavy on top of him. He's trying to buck me. He'll try to like shrimp out. So I'm trying to make it where whatever he does is going to put me in an advantageous situation. So there he tries to buck me again. I'm just riding like kind of steady on top and floating. And I'm waiting for him to make a mistake somehow so I can get the sub. Here when he's kind of using his hands to posture up or to keep me off of him, then I just grab the arm, and this gets him a little gun shy. So after a little bit of hand fighting and me threatening some locks, he starts just trying to keep his hands in really close. All right, say it, do it. Come on, yeah! Okay, my brother got the somebody's daughter to cheer for me, and this is gonna be significant later in the video. That's why I showed it. But anyways, so we're here hand fighting. I'm going now. I see like maybe I can get one of his arms and do an armbar. He doesn't let me have anything. He's really just at this point just kind of struggling to just hopefully get me off of his guard. There he bucks me a little bit. I ride to the side and then take side control. My coach is telling me to go knee on belly, so I do go knee on belly. Here he kind of does a turn. It's not actually a sweep. So I just pull guard and then immediately I get him back in my guard. So the match is kind of nearing its end. I'm really thinking, man, can I just get armbar? Can I set up a triangle? Can I set up something so that I can submit this guy? But with the clock winding down, his coach is telling him to just go all out, and my coach is telling me to hang in there. But I really want to get the sub. He gives like a last dying effort here. Time runs out, and then we're good for the match. So that was my first match. Look how buff this guy is. He's a beast. So, anyways, I get my hand raised. Now you see this video. The reason I showed that picture of my brother is because he got this girl to cheer for him, and so he said it was okay that he videotaped the wrong way. I disagree. Okay, anyway, so here I face off with my buddy Ruben. Ruben and me have faced off 3 times, and he won the first match, and then I won the second match by mounted triangle. So we're 1-1. We became friends, and so I was really excited about this fight. Also, Ruben wins everything, and so I just was really excited to face off with him. I knew he was going to be a great competitor, and so Ruben pulls half guard. I've been working a lot of half guard, so I know the grip fighting game that we're going through. It's funny, I always think the refs figure out where my brother's filming and then they stand in the way. So here we're just kind of playing this underhook game. And this is like a game a lot of blue belts are going to learn about, is when you're in half guard, Ruben, you see he keeps grabbing my pant leg and he keeps trying to turn into me. And so I'm fighting. My whole positioning is based off of me fighting for that underhook. And as long as I fight for the underhook and I don't let him get the underhook, I feel pretty safe. But the second he sneaks it in, and he's sneaky, man. Ruben is so good in half guard. So I'm really like trying to apply pressure like I like to do. I have a crossed base. I've got my shoulder up in his chin. I'm really just trying to like apply so much pressure that it lets me pass. Ruben's defending really good. I kind of try to frame up. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to stand up. No, Ruben grabs my collar, won't let me leave. And then you'll see here, he tries to sneak in his underhook again. There he goes. He goes for it. He shoots torpedoes. He's caught me with that like 3 times in competition. So I was ready for it. And here I fight the underhook. Now look, he tries to go into a deep half. I'm really just fighting to keep top pressure. And I'm thinking I'm going to sneak my leg around his foot. You see how his foot's there? I think I couldn't feel it. If I had felt it, I could have passed right there. But I'm just not aware enough. I get my feet down there and I try to start fighting his feet. Maybe I can get past his guard there. He sneaks his leg in again. Man, he's good. So here I just think, okay, I'm just going to apply as much pressure above him. I have one arm trapped next to his head, and I'm just squeezing his bicep into his ear. And that is so uncomfortable that generally you can pass. My coach is yelling at me from the side to just slide the knee across and go for the mount. And that's what I do. I just slide the knee in, I go for the mount. Now you'll notice that Ruben grabs under my leg and gets me in kind of like a mounted triangle. This is really smart of him. Immediately by doing that, he's got me in a position where he's going to get out of this, or I'm going to submit him. So I go for the sub. I go for an arm bar. I had a good Kimura hold on his arm too, but he's able to sneak it out, and then now immediately he's in top position. Ruben's super dangerous here. He's very good at passing. He has like incredible pressure. He has incredible strength. And so I just go to my side and I'm thinking, knee to elbow, don't let him pass. And you'll see now he's nearly passed. Then he tries to go around the backside and mount me. And I'm framing, I'm just keeping my frames up and I'm keeping my knee in. You'll see the reason he doesn't get the passing points is because I never let, even though he passes, I never let my knee not go in. I sneak it in every time. I keep it to my elbow. You see how it's in? Because it's in, even though he passed my foot, it's not a pass. So now working from this position, as a white belt, I never did this, but we've been working this a lot at my gym. So here, my coach is telling me too, like just turtle up, and his coaches are telling him to go north-south. But here, look, I turtle up, and now immediately the sweep is there. Ruben goes for the same thing that my last opponent goes for. He goes for the guillotine. Again, I can tell that it's not going to submit me. He's smart. He doesn't burn himself out. He knows the sub isn't there. And so we just keep going on with the match. Here, the ref recenters us, and now the match is almost over. I'm up 3-0 from that. I'm up 3-0 from the mount. So here I'm got him, got his legs. I'm thinking about doing a pass. The match is over. I love this dude, man. He's a great guy. Shout out to Ruben if you're watching. I love competing with him. He wins everything. So for me, this victory was super significant. So we get our hands raised, and I'm really excited, man. I'm going on to my next match with this guy Mason, who's got hands that are like 40 inches long. It's unbelievable. I just give him a sign of respect, man. I love that dude. In between the matches, I get to see my old coach, Dan Camarillo, selfie. And then here I am, final match. So here, I'm going with this guy. Like I said, if you could see his hands, I accidentally poke him there. If you can see his hands, they're giant. I couldn't believe it. When I shook his hand, I was like, Jesus. So I go for the same sweep. This sweep, this butterfly sweep, worked so good as a white belt. I swept everybody. And it doesn't work on any blue belts. So I really need to up my takedown game. Even though I'm going into a good position, I'm good from the guard or the half guard. You know, you want to have a strategy that's something that works. And that sweep's not working. So I need to up my game. Here, this guy, he's super strong. He's applying pressure on me. And I think he used to be a bull rider or something. So anyways, he's applying a lot of pressure on me. He's trying to get, I think he's just trying to do like a basic pass, like a stand-up tripod pass or something. I'm just trying to keep my guard. I have sweeps like back takes that I've been really good at. But the back takes haven't been working on blue belts either. This is all like white belt game that I need to up my game somehow. Again, my brother, he's really bad at camera angles, so he doesn't figure out I've moved for like 10 seconds. He's super blonde. Anyways, yeah, so they reset us, and I've been working a lot of like lasso, a lot of spider guard, stuff like that. There you go, Vince. And so that's what I decided to do here. I just pull out lasso and kind of just, with big guys like this, the lasso really helps you keep distance. And it makes it where it's just really hard for him to do any kind of attack. Here he just grabs my foot, I just take him right into lasso. And then, you know, I have these long legs, my coach is yelling, shoot the triangle. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to shoot the triangle on this guy. I already want to, and my foot's just caught in his gi. So the first thing I do is kind of shake my foot off, get past the gi, and then I decide, okay, I'm going to shoot the triangle. I get everything ready, get his arms in and out. He's still going for the sweep, and there it is. And then once I have it here, I feel really confident that I'm going to finish this triangle. But in order to finish the triangle, I really need to turn and get a good angle. I try to turn there, and you see how he kind of pushes into the side I need to turn into? That's really smart. I think if he had just done that and kind of pressed over to my left side, he would have passed me and been able to break this up. But he doesn't do that. I attack the arm and it makes him stand, and then I can underhook the leg. Now I have a great angle and now it's the submissions there. It was a great match. The guy is super tough, and I took hold in the gold from this. But of course, the medal doesn't really matter. I never keep my medals. I'm going to take this medal and do what I did with all my other medals. I'll put it on the wall at my gym, and I'll go back to training. You know, the importance of competition is the training that leads up to the event. In this competition I won, if I was at a different competition or with bigger competitors, I'd probably lose. So there's no reason for me to be proud about getting the medal. The victory for me, and this is true for every single person that competes. Your victory comes the 2 or 3 months before your tournament when you're training, because it's going to motivate you to become better. And my goal is to become a master. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this special episode of BJJ White to Back. I'll see you guys later.
Would you say I'm the best white belt you've ever met?
No.
Okay, absolutely.